Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to properly smash and cut up a garlic clove. So I just take it and smash it like this. You just take your knife after they're a little smashed and slice them pretty thin. I am a huge garlic lover, so when I cook pasta, I put a lot of garlic in. About 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And throw in my garlic. Show you how to cut an onion. Take off both ends and then I cut it in half. For my pasta, I'll probably only use half of this, or half of the onion. Peel off all the brown part. I usually have like a little bag to put everything in for my produce when I'm shopping, but these were all items that I had previously, so I threw away bags. Okay, so then you're gonna take it and about a little more than halfway up, you're going to cut slices. And I love onions, but I don't like huge onions in my pasta. So cut it like that, and then for experts that know how to use a knife properly, go ahead and slice it like that. And then you're just gonna chop. And try and keep them as equal as possible. And for this last part, I just cut it in 3. Take that part off because it's most of the root. And then I just chop it up like I did the rest, but since it's a smaller piece, you don't need to go through all the same steps that I did before. And you're gonna add that to your pot. And then you're gonna let the garlic and the onion brown. So you're going to make sure it starts to get golden brown. The garlic will kind of get darker than the onions, and that's okay. In a few minutes, we'll be adding more items. So you just get it caramelized. Eggplant in our sauce. I don't usually put eggplant, but it's a vegetable that we have in our fridge, and it needs to go away. So we're using it up tonight, and it will make the sauce taste really good. So you're gonna take your knife and you're just gonna cut them in like inch strips. Okay. And then as many as you can cut at one time, but I can usually cut more than this at one time, but I'm also a professional, so go ahead and cut them into like 1-inch cubes. And you're gonna do that for the whole thing. Movie magic. They're all cut up. Yeah, they're all cut up. Okay, and then we're gonna put them in the pot with your onion and your garlic. Another thing with eggplant is that it gets dark like an avocado, or I'm trying to think what else. Oh, potatoes do it too. It oxidizes, so you have to cut them and cook them right away. Go ahead. You're gonna need to add a little bit more olive oil, and then I will in a few seconds add a little butter for flavor. Oil and the butter is the only bad thing about this whole meal, so I'm not too worried about it. And, well, obviously the pasta, but every once in a while is not too bad. And this is a filling meal, and it will last a couple of days. 3 little pats of butter. Okay, so after this is browned a little bit, I'm going to transfer it into a bowl. Not to cool it off, but because there's all this bits of veggies and garlic and onion down there, it gives the ground turkey or beef good flavor. So I'm going to transfer it into a bowl for a minute. And it's okay if there's a little bit in the bottom. Ground turkey in. And then I'm going to put the ground turkey in and brown it up. And this is where I'm going to put in my flavoring after it browns a little bit, because the meat holds a lot of the flavor. So I'm going to put like 4 or 5 dashes of basil. Italian seasoning. Garlic salt or seasoning. Pepper. Parsley for mainly just putting some green in there. Doesn't really have flavor. I use Himalayan salt most of the time just because it's healthier for you. But you can use regular salt. Kosher salt is the next best thing. Sea salt is great. You can find brands that aren't too expensive. And then chili powder for a kick. I put a little bit in there. It all depends on your taste. And then just mix it around. Get it back to browning a little bit. Cook all the way. And then let it brown a little bit for a few more minutes. And we're going to add the vegetable mixture back in. We can now put our vegetables back in. And really you can add any vegetables you have. Squash, carrots, or yeah, because you don't all like the same thing. Belle hates eggplant, but I'm making her eat it tonight because that's what we had in the refrigerator, and she can pick around it. We're using O Organic products for most of our tomato products because I am highly allergic to red food dye, which is in most regular non-organic products. When it comes to tomatoes. So at this point you're going to lower your flame so you're not boiling your sauce. You're going to end up simmering it. So you turn it down pretty low. We're going to add the ground crushed tomatoes, I guess. We use organics not because we necessarily like their products, but they are the cheapest ones we've found at the grocery store we go to. And I'm not a multiple shopping experience kind of person. I like to go in, get my stuff, and get out. So yeah, that will simmer for about 20 minutes. And we will add more flavor seasonings to it as it cooks a little bit, and that's it. Okay, so I'm going to fill up the water to about here. This is a pretty big pasta pot, so I fill it about, so there's about 2 or 3 inches from the top. Then I'm going to put olive oil and salt. The olive oil keeps it from sticking, and the salt adds a little bit of flavor. So for about 15 years I have been allergic to basil, and I started trying to eat basil again, and I actually found out that I'm not allergic to it anymore, so fresh basil is going into the pot. So I buy it at the grocery store in the little fresh organics. Sorry, organics, we're actually not sponsoring you. In the little plant. You can actually replant this or put it in a little bit of water and put it on your windowsill, and it will eventually grow back if you keep it up. So I washed it off, rinsed it off really well, spread it out on your towel, and then just dab it like that. Doesn't have to be completely dry. And then you just take off the stems, the long stems. Okay, you got it. So I gather them up like this because I was taught this way in culinary school. Usually you have bigger leaves. So you take a couple and then you roll it up to a little like that, and then you just cut it slightly, or in slices, and you repeat. You just add it in to the pot, and you're gonna let it cook for about 5 minutes so it gets flavor and cooks a little bit. You gotta stir it in. I'm so excited for this. And now we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And our Himalayan salt. And then our pasta. I do most of the time try and buy really healthy pasta, healthy as in like non-GMO, all that kind of stuff. But tonight this is what we do. Toss it in there and use my pasta, the one that I've been using in the pasta. That's how we do it at home. Less dishes. Okay, so you're gonna let your pasta cook for the allotted time that is on the box. I've now drained my pasta, let it wring out for a little bit, and then you're gonna throw it back in the pot that you boiled it in without water. And then you're gonna add a little bit of the sauce to it. Mix it around. Keeps it from sticking, and then it also, if you don't want a lot of sauce, I'm not a big sauce person, so putting a little bit in helps it get some flavor and keeps it from sticking. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a nice, fresh pasta for dinner. Enjoy! Hope you make it. Let me know how it worked out for you. Leave comments below. Subscribe. Enjoy!